Welcome to the second edition of the Strasbourg Snitcher's Newscast, your one and only news source of the model European Union, here live at the European Parliament. I'm Alexander van Walraven and I will be your newscast for today. Tensions have risen in the European Parliament due to a breakup of an alliance with regards to the data regulation.
There was some drama right before curtain fall this morning, as factions had to turn in their amendments on the data protection regulations proposal. This afternoon, however, when the Strasbourg Snitcher caught up with Aldi's and S&D's leaders, they were pretty clear about the possibility of further engagement.
The Social Democrat Party has probably just resigned one of their values and giving away and throwing a knife into the backbone of our economy, the small and medium enterprises, and now want to give the rise up for all enterprises up to 5%, but we are still negotiating. Maybe there will be a solution in the afternoon. It's not unclear.
Well, to clarify, we actually did struck a deal. Well, the truth is we were supposed to give them the 2 and 5% sanctions because that's not really our focal point. Our main interest is to prevent the leaks from happening.
So is the deal with ALDE totally off the table now?
The deal with ALDE is not totally off the table, but however, we have both created our own amendments, so I'm not really sure how that might work out.
Whereas yesterday it seemed that the debate was going well in the European Council, the British minister took a strong stand against the European Banking Union. At the same time, members of the EFDD have constantly criticized the European institutions. To find out more, we interviewed the British minister and a member of the EFDD.
The council was not productive. Can you elaborate on this?
We had certain issues about the EBU. We could not come to an agreement with other countries, and hence that's why we judged this session not as very productive.
And how is it going today? Did you find any solution?
There were a lot of work to do because the Commission's proposal lacks a lot of information, it lacks a lot of points they have to be made. We have to exclude a lot of stuff because we don't want a centralized ECB, we don't want a very powerful.
But is the UK ready to make compromises to find an agreement on this banking union?
Definitely, but these compromises they have to be in accordance with economic consciousness.
Is the EFDD ready to make compromises to find agreements with the other parties?
Well, we have a really strong opinion and a strong position. We are not flowing in the center just because we need allies. That's not how we work. We have our ideology which we are defending. So we are probably not having so much support in our amendments that we're going to hand in as probably other parties which are way more flexible because of non-ideological reasons.
How would you define your ideology in a few words?
We are for nation-state democracy. For us it is really important that the nations, the countries, are the sovereign and can decide whether or not adapt to EU legislation or not.
Thank you.
After the financial crisis and the collapse of several major European banks, EU actors thought the best solution would be a European banking union. Still, nothing is final, but here is an overview of the different discussions between EU actors and in particular the view of the lobbyists.
The Council of Ministers discussed the proposal for a European banking union, and today they listened to the input of both the lobbyists and the Commissioner on the matter. The EBU, as it is now presented, is found to be positive for the lobbyists who gathered here today. Some concerns still remain, mainly regarding the role of the European Central Bank, the timetable expressed for the transitional period, and the way supervision on different types of banks might be done. By and large, the idea for the European Banking Union has the general approval of the lobbyists, but there are still points to be discussed further.
Thank you for watching the second edition of the Strasbourg Snitcher's Newscast. To find out more, be sure to check out our newspaper. Thank you.